the U.S. Open this Saturday. Serena Williams lost in straight sets in the U.S. Open to Bianca. All right, so Serena was chasing 24 Grand Slams, the title record of all time in majors, in tennis. Is Serena Williams the greatest athlete of all time, ladies and gentlemen?
All right, let me start us off here. Serena Williams is without a doubt the greatest tennis player out there, and we're not having an argument about that, right? We're putting her down.
Is she just an overall men and women, or
that's what
female?
I was gonna say. You got to look at the men's side
too. Federer got something to say about that. Roger Federer got some words.
Let me take a step back here, then. As a female athlete, Serena Williams is the greatest female athlete of all time.
No question.
Okay.
We're comparing
100%.
her to greatest male athletes of all time because she's that good that we're having the conversation if she's better than all these guys. So let me tell you the names I've got next to her on this list. This is the greatness that we're putting her right up next to because she very well could be better with her continued dominance than these players. You got Tom Brady, who I think is the greatest quarterback to ever play in the NFL.
No doubt.
And that I don't think there's doubt because of the continued success year in, year out that he's had. When you look at baseball, you're like your current best player is Mike Trout, right? You look back, your history, you got Babe Ruth transcended baseball.
Barry Bonds.
Babe Ruth's hitting rags out there for home runs.
Barry Bonds was
Barry Bonds, you kind of got to put an asterisk around Barry Bonds simply because that brother was a walking steroid.
True.
I will argue that with you another. Actually, maybe we can have that conversation in a few minutes, Leo. I want to get into that with you a little bit because I got plenty to say about Bonds.
All right. Cool.
But then we talk basketball. You got Michael Jordan. You've got LeBron James as your two best basketball players of all time. You got Gretzky. Obviously, you mentioned Leo. So she's up there with all these players, and the continued dominance is what you got to focus on, right? It's just how dominant has she been, and she has been unbelievable. And it's just that she's starting to hit a wall against these young, talented women that are starting to learn this game and get
that
to her
look up to Serena too.
You could make the argument best overall tennis player, but Federer is right up there.
Federer's right up there.
101 titles to this man's name with 20 Grand Slams.
And Federer's competition.
Tennis Magazine even put him at the top of the list.
Federer's competition is way steeper than Serena Williams' competition. Federer goes up against
Djokovic.
Nadal.
You got
Djokovic. Yep.
I'll tell you this though, and that might even be a tribute to Williams. And I'll tell you this. I'll tell you why. Because she is that much better than all of the women that she plays against. That's how good she is at her sport. There's no one who's even close.
You know, as much as I'm on the Serena bandwagon, like the same as you are, I feel like that's an understatement. Simply because when you look at the women's tennis player, if she doesn't win, there's always new girls that pop up. It's never the same girl like Djokovic. All right? If it's not Federer, it's Djokovic. It's Nadal. It's either Bianca or Naomi or Coco that's making noise. It's always somebody else or Serena. So it's either Serena or it's somebody else that she's facing. It's not the same person that gets to the finals each year to play her. Like Tom Brady, the Giants, and Eli Manning played him twice. No, it's different. You know, it's different girls, which means she's just clearly better. And the competition is just steeper. Like competition is just it's not as steep. You know what I'm saying? As for 100% Federer with Nadal and Djokovic.
And I agree because when you have three overall, Nadal, Djokovic, and Federer,
and Nadal just won by the way.
3 guys that are easily in the top 10 to top 15 greatest tennis players for men's all time. And he's playing 2 of them.
Right.
So I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, he's playing 2 of them, and he's older. The brother's old now.
I'll tell you this.
He should have beat Djokovic in the
Unfortunately, I have to go right now.
I would say this. You see, the best overall greatest athlete of all time, I say she's top 5. She's right in that mix. I say number 1, Muhammad Ali is for me off the top of my head.
I can give you that for sure.
But if we want to give Serena Williams a number 1 ranking outside of women's tennis, right? Because we know she's clearly ranked number 1. Yes. I would say she's the most dominant athlete of the last decade, number 1, or anybody.
No, I would go as far as to say that she's not just that.
She's the most
dominant, not just the most dominant female tennis player.
No, the most dominant athlete of all sports in the last decade.
Yes.
I'll say that. I'll give that crown.
And I'll add to that the greatest female athlete of all time.
All right. I can see that. Most definitely.
Can you agree?
I can agree
on
that.
that.
Yeah.
She's the greatest female athlete of all time. And in the last 10 years, she has been absolutely incredible. Just unbelievably good.
It would be even better if she can get that record. I mean, she's over here. She's going to finals each year in each major or whatever. But she's falling short. And I think a lot of it. Yeah, people will look at the age. I think that's a little bit, but I feel like it's the pressure now of her.
Pressure definitely plays a part.
It's the pressure of her getting to that record. And, knowing all the controversy that happened in the U.S. Open last year, and then she keeps getting. I think it's become an added pressure now. Yes, we know she can storm through the tournament and get to the finals, but now it becomes another dimension of pressure of if she can get to that record, if she can actually break her slump that she's in, because she's pretty much in a slump ever since she gave birth. So I think that's what it is.
I'll tell you how many titles she has. 23 Grand Slams she has right now. 23 and 4. You're talking. That's 92 open titles that she has in her career, which is absolutely mind-boggling, honestly. Like, I can't even wrap my head around that. She's won the highest level of tennis 92 times. That's incredible. You know what I'm saying? The highest tournament 92 times. That just doesn't get matched. You know what I'm saying? And it's comparable and is better than a lot of the greatest male athletes of all time. And I think my biggest thing with Serena is I think she really needs to be celebrated more.
Serena, obviously you're a battler and you've been through ups and downs before. How will you regroup here and continue to chase that record?
I'm not necessarily chasing a record. I'm just trying to win Grand Slams, and it's definitely frustrating, but for the most part, I just am still here, and I'm still doing what I can do.